Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Sometimes this day is a double-edged sword for me. Yay, it's Friday, so everyone I know is getting ready for a weekend, but Fridays are like my Monday, if that makes any sense. My husband is home Wednesdays and Thursdays with us, so Friday morning is kind of like Monday morning around here. It's a little chaotic. It's kind of like the calm after the storm. I hate to say that because we really enjoy our time with my husband, but it always takes me a good hour to like clean up the house and get things straightened and organized. Not that my husband doesn't help. He's great at helping, but we're so busy when he's home because we really don't see him much during the week. For any of you that don't know, he's a chef and he works long hours. We usually have him he's usually home till about 9 in the morning, and then he leaves, and most days he's not home until after we go to bed at night. He does have 1 to 2 days a week right now. They are short. One of their other chefs just had back surgery. So there's 2 mornings when my husband has to go in at 4:30, and he's been getting home at 4 in the afternoon. So we've had him for supper a couple of nights a week, which is nice, but he still has to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So by the time he gets home, he's pooped and ready to go to bed. But yeah, Friday mornings are rough. It's just a chaotic mix of trying to clean up and get back to normal routine. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Mommy.
So I'm having a 0 cup of coffee, which I may need more of. We had kind of a rough night. My kids share a room, and normally it's not a problem. My daughter goes to bed around 7:30, and she's usually one that's right out. Doesn't usually take her long to fall asleep. And then I wait for her to go to sleep, and then I put my son to bed around 8 or 8:30, and usually he's ready to go to bed, so I don't usually have a problem. Well, last night it was after 10:30 before she settled and went to sleep. So my son was up until almost 11, which I made him lay on the couch. I couldn't put him in our bed because my husband was in there trying to sleep. So he got to lay on the couch. And then I had to wait for him to settle and go to sleep before I could go to sleep. So it was like 11:30 before I got to go to sleep. So I'm tired. Good thing we're not really doing much today. But I'm going to try for the next week or so. I've had a really rough 2 days. Not necessarily food-wise. Wednesday wasn't terrific. I ate out both meals and did not make the best choices I could have. And I'm okay with that. It was 1 day out of 1 week, out of 1 month, out of 1 year. And I'm okay with that. Yesterday I did good, but I had a really hard time last 2 days tracking. Like just finding the time. We had to go yesterday and buy my husband a new car because his truck crapped out on us. There was no fixing to it. It was unsafe, and so we had to go buy him a new car. So it was lots of running around, waiting on the banks, waiting on the car dealership, blah, 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 blah. Just took forever. So even though I had plenty of points actually left at the end of the day, I had a hard time tracking. So I'm ready to get back at it today, and I'm just I'm having some tummy issues. So at least through the weekend, I'm going to try to do 1 meal as liquid, just because it usually helps reset me. I found these at our local grocery store. They're called, they're Muscle Builder Rockin' Refuel, and it's just strawberry milk from what I understand. They're lactose free, which is why I got them, even though it does say skim milk. It's lactose free, and I don't drink regular milk because regular milk upsets my stomach. So I did find these just at our grocery store. They were in with like the chocolate milk singles. But this one here is strawberry. It has 190 calories, 30 grams of protein, 8 net carbs, and only 8 grams of sugar. So that's not bad. And instead of making a shake, because I'm kind of in between protein powders, I tried a Quest packet yesterday, and you're just supposed to add it to water. I always add mine to almond milk, and I added a banana, and it was actually really good. And so I'm thinking about ordering some of the Quest this time instead of the BPI. I like the BPI, but I like to shake things up a little bit too, so I may order that. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to try this for today and just try to have this. It's only about 20 after 7 right now. This one is 5 points, and I got the chocolate one, which is the same in protein, but the chocolate one is only 4 points. So I'm going to have this, and if I need to have a morning snack, I will. Not a big deal. But I'm hoping this will hold me until lunch. I'll probably have a bowl of fruit in a little while, like around 9 or 9:30. But for right now, I'm going to try to drink this. If any of you... Yeah, it's called Rocket Refuel. Protein milk beverage. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm always kind of on the lookout for easy to grab. Not that making a shake isn't easy, and I could add some fruit to it, but I can have a bowl of fruit. So I'm going to try this one today. And I want to do some work in my planner and just kind of chill. I've been cleaning since like 5:30 this morning. So it's time to sit and just chill, and I'll see you guys in a little while. I'll let you know how it is and how long it holds me, but I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Say bye-bye.
Mommy.
Bye-bye.
Mommy.
That is Mommy, you right? Who's this? Willow. Good job.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hi guys. So just a quick update. It is about 10:30. I have been working my planner all morning. Well, not all morning. This milk actually held me really well. I had this at what? 7:30. It's 10:30 and I'm getting a little hungry, but I don't want to eat too much now so that I can have lunch. So I'm just having a bowl of grapes and watermelon. I'm working on my second bottle of water, and I have yet to drink almost any of my 0-point cup of coffee, so I might warm this up and drink some of this. I may not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I have been doing my meal plan for next week. I am doing steak burrito bowls for supper tonight, so I cannot wait. They sound delicious. And I'm still not sure what I want to have for lunch. So I'm going to think about it a little bit more, and I will check back in at lunchtime. See you in a bit, guys. Hello, my friends. It is finally lunchtime. It's about 12:30, and I've been having a major problem with motivation today. It is super, super hot here and super humid. Moving just makes me sweat, and I was just talking to Amber from Amber's Weight Watchers Adventure. If you guys do not follow her, please go and check her out. She's amazing. I told her because of my lack of motivation that I was not going to eat lunch until I hit 5,000 steps. So if you want to see, I am past 5,000 now. I had to walk in. Out of the kitchen, please. I had to walk in place for a while to get my steps up, but I did it, and I thought about dinner lunch the whole entire time I was doing it, because I really didn't know what I want. I really haven't eaten anything today. I had that milk, which was really great. Tasted a lot like Nesquik, the strawberry chocolate, the strawberry milk. It was really good. It held me over. I had that bowl of fruit around 10:30, so 2 hours later I am eating lunch, but I had no idea what I wanted. It's so hot, and but I didn't feel like eating a salad, which is kind of unusual for me. But I'm gonna flip you around, show you what I came up with. Okay guys, so I have 5. These are pretty good size Purdue turkey meatballs, the Italian style. 5 of them is 6 points. And then over here I just have a zucchini, some red and green bell pepper, and about 4 little baby Bella mushrooms that I just sauteed with a little olive oil cooking spray, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then I just shaved literally 1 gram of fresh grated Parmesan cheese on the top, which is 0 points. So this whole plate is 6 points. This is one of my big pasta bowls, so it's a nice big helping. I am eager to eat it. With my burrito bowl that I have tracked for supper, I have five points left to have a snack this afternoon. So I'm gonna go eat this, and I'll see you guys when I have a snack. Hi guys, so I'm gonna add a little clip. Whoa, what is this? I'm gonna add a little clip to today's video. I've had several of my subscribers, I cannot think of who off the top of my head, but I've had several subscribers ask me to show them the way that I cut up and store my chicken when I get it home from the store in bulk. I had to run to the store and get some stuff, and I am cooking steak tonight on the grill to go in my burrito bowls, but I'm also gonna cook up some chicken for my kids to have and for me to have for salads for the next few days. So I'm gonna show you how I clean and cut up and store my chicken. So this is just a family pack. There are 3, I guess they're half breasts because they're not full 2-piece breasts. They're just 3 individual breasts that I bought at the store. I have my trusty meat board here. So I like to take, see how this is just 1 piece of chicken. It's got some, I like to trim all the visible fat off it. Just all these little pieces of white fat. I'm going to try to squeeze you down even just a little bit more. Can you see that now? Okay. So I like to flip it over, and there's always kind of this like fat corner here. I just like to trim off what I can, and after I cut it, sometimes it's easier to get on and get some more of that out. But any of the visible fat that is on it, like the little tendon here where it's connected to the other side of the breast, I just like to cut those off because it grosses me out. And then I just take, like I said, I'm gonna keep working on this little corner right here. I take it this way, and all I do, keep cutting as you see. Hold on, sweet girl. Hold on, honey, I have chicken on my hands. Hold on, don't put it up here. Just a second and I'll get you some more, okay? I just hold my hand on it and start at the fatter end. This end is fatter than this end. And I just cut. Be careful, use a sharp knife, but don't cut yourself. And I just butterfly it open into 2 pieces. And so this package was 2.5 pounds. Basically, give or take, I'll always weigh them. I try to put 4 pieces in a plastic Ziploc baggie, and it usually equals to roughly a pound. I do weigh the bag after all 4 pieces are put in, and I write down, sorry, I know you can't see me, I write down on the bag how much the chicken inside it weighs, because sometimes it's a little bit heavier and sometimes it's a little bit smaller, so it kind of depends on what you want as far as recipes go. But for the most part, these will be about 4-ounce portions here. After they're cooked, I will weigh them to measure out my portion to eat, but I try to at least keep the weight of all 4 pieces on the bag in the freezer, so that if it's heavier, I can use it for a bigger recipe, and obviously if it's smaller, I can use it for a smaller recipe. So I'm actually going to do all 3 pieces. And I'm making a little pile of the chicken fat because
where's Jessie?
I'm not sure. Why don't you go look for her, please? My husband, being the chef he is, we are not, we don't throw much away anyways. We actually keep all of our vegetable scraps in this bowl here on the counter, usually right where the camera is. We save all of our vegetable scraps for my mom's chickens. And then we keep a bucket on my mom's back porch of like scrape off food or other food that isn't vegetables that we feed to my mother's pigs. So we don't waste much, but especially with chicken, we save up. We put all of our scraps in a little, well, depending on how much chicken I do, in a Ziploc baggie. Today will just be a little snack size Ziploc baggie. And we keep them all in the fridge, and about once a month we keep like a gallon size bag in there, and then we put the little bags inside it. And about once a month we will haul it all out. If we ever cook like a whole chicken or anything like that, we keep all the bones and everything. And we haul it out and we make a big pot of chicken stock. So we really try hard not to waste anything and not to throw things away that we can use for other things. So again, 2 pieces. They look kind of like this. They're not super, they're not flat. They're not see-through. One of them obviously will always be a little bit bigger, which is fine. I mean, I guess if you're really good at your butchery, you could probably get them a little bit more even. I am not a butcher by trade, but I find that they freeze better this way. They thaw better because I can lay them more flat. And sometimes, truth be told, sometimes especially when I cook in the crock pot, I cook my chicken breasts frozen. Like when I make buffalo chicken or anything in the crock pot, 9 times out of 10, my chicken is frozen and I just throw it in. And if the pieces were really big, they might have a harder time cooking, or it might take a little bit longer, especially if they're frozen. But I'm actually going to cook most of this today, so I'm not going to put it in bags. But what I would do would just be to kind of layer them in like this inside the bag, and then slide the last one on the top. Flatten as much of the air out of it as I can, zip it up, and then I write on the bag the date that I put it in there, and then I weigh it, the weight, and then I write that on the bag too. So I am actually going to season, I might actually put 2 of these back in the freezer, probably just these 2 pieces. These 4 I think I'm going to cook. I'm going to season everything tonight with my favorite barbecue rub. This is the Trader Joe's coffee and garlic rub. I'm going to marinate this for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Just spray this on, shake this on it. First, I'm going to spray it with a little pan spray so that it doesn't stick to my grill. And I'm going to do the same with my steak, and I'm going to cook them for dinner tonight. And then this I can eat on salads, or my kids will really enjoy it tonight. And I'm going to throw these 2 pieces in the freezer. So I hope you guys all like that. I hope it is helpful. Like I said, I know a few of my subscribers have asked me to show them. This is it. So thanks, guys. I'll see you at dinner time. Hello, my friends. It is supper time. So I am eating one of the infamous burrito bowls. I have 3 ounces of top round steak that I seasoned with the Trader Joe's coffee and garlic rub. I have a 1/4 cup of corn for 1 point, a 1/4 cup of beans for 1 point. This is 3 points. I have a 1/2 cup of white minute rice down on the bottom. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is some homemade salsa and a little bit of cilantro. And then I went specifically to the store. Sit down. I went specifically to the store to get an avocado to put into it. And the avocado felt soft, but when I opened it, it was kind of hard and not quite ripe. So I threw it in the blender with, I threw half of it. It was 45 grams of avocado. So I did 4 tablespoons of low-fat sour cream, a little bit of cilantro and salt and pepper and some lime juice. So half of this would be 2 points. I don't think I will use half, but I'm going to put, it's still a little chunky, which is fine with me. I'm going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to count it as 2 points, even though I don't think I used 2 points. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points for my burrito bowl, and I cannot wait to eat it. Hi guys, so that supper was delicious and filling. I think if I remember right, in my video from yesterday, never mind, hold on. Oh, I did. Never mind, I showed you this morning. The milk that I had this morning, the little protein shake, was actually really good. And I went to a different store this afternoon and I found this one, Core Power Light. This is a strawberry banana one. This one only has 20 grams of protein, but that's still a lot. And this one is 4 points. I have not tried these yet, but I was noticing. Let me grab one of the other ones. Okay, so this is the one I had for breakfast. 30 grams, okay? 190 calories. This one's 5 points. This one is 150 calories. The sugar on this one is a little bit more, but this one is only 4 points. And this one has the sucralose, or however you say it, fake sugar in it. It was really good, but I could definitely taste the artificial sugar in this one. This one, however, the ingredients are filtered low-fat grade A milk, banana puree, it has honey and cane sugar, natural flavors, red beet juice concentrate, enzymes. Oh, it does have sucralose too. I didn't notice that before. The ingredients on this one are a lot better. As you heard, beet juice concentrate, honey, cane sugar. The sucralose is the second to last ingredient in this one. In this one, soluble corn fiber is like the third ingredient. Sucralose is about in the middle, but this one, definitely the ingredients are better. I don't know if it tastes any better. I don't know if it tastes good at all. But I picked up 2 just to try it out. They're nice to have for breakfast on the run or even just a quick snack.
Got you.
Okay, go
Got
you.
you.
Watch Goofy,
Got
okay?
you.
Go watch
I
Goofy.
got you glasses.
And my indulgent this week has been the 0 Point Monsters. I'm addicted. I know they're probably not good, and I don't have any more than 1 a day, and I haven't had 1. I've only had 2 this whole week. But they're really good, and I really enjoy them. And the sodium is actually a lot less than, say, like a diet soda or something, so I don't feel so bad. All of that being said, I'm having some internet issues, so I'm not quite sure. But I know after I had my dinner tracked, I had 5 points left to have a snack this afternoon. I did add 2 more points to my dinner because of the avocado sour cream thing. I'd already tracked the sour cream, but not the avocado. I don't know how it'll all work, but that means I have no more pop. That's enough. It means I have 3 points left, and I bought some of this. You may not have another pop. I'm sorry. This one is my favorite, and I'm so sorry about that. I'm totally jealous because I keep seeing on Instagram all of these really cool flavors like banana cream pie and just a whole bunch of yummy looking flavors, and we still have like the same 3. This one, the cookies and cream one, which is a chocolate based one. Oh my goodness, 2-year-olds are certainly persistent, that is for sure. Anyways, we have this one, the cookies and cream one, which is a chocolate base, which tastes awful, and the chocolate peanut butter one, which tastes awful. This one is definitely not bad. It's not 100% great, but I can eat this whole container, I think, if I remember right, for 4 points. So I'm just going to have a couple bites. Like I said, this one is by far my favorite that I have had. I have not had a lot of any of the new flavors, but this one curbs that craving I have for ice cream. So I am going to have a couple bites of this, and I'm going to call it a night, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye, guys.